Hello students, I welcome you all for commerce class. I think so you would be thorough with part 1 and 2 from chapter 5. Today we are going to see part 3. What all we are going to see today? That is partnership deed and its contents. Then we'll move on with rights and duties of partners, liabilities of partners. With that, this session will get over. First, we'll move on with partnership deed. What is partnership deed? Partnership agreement is only called as partnership deed. As already said, partnership agreement may be oral or in writing, but written agreement is essential in order to avoid future misunderstandings. So, what is agreement? Agreement means it will be written in bond paper and it will be signed by the partners in the partnership firm, those who decide to start the partnership firm. Carefully drafted partnership deed helps in ironing out differences which may develop among partners and in ensuring smooth running of partnership business. It should be properly stamped and registered. Next, we'll move on with contents of partnership deed. Contents means partnership deed, that is partnership agreement. What all should be contained in partnership agreement? First, there must be name of the firm. Name of the firm, partnership firm. The name of this partnership business must be mentioned. Next comes nature of the proposed business. What type of business it is, that also has to be mentioned. Then duration of partnership. How long partnership business will exist? The duration period must be fixed and it has to be mentioned in that agreement. Whether when it will be dissolved after completing a particular venture, that also has to be mentioned. Next content is capital contribution. Capital contribution, how much the capital is being contributed by the partners, that must be mentioned. Suppose if a particular partner is not contributing capital, either he is contributing organizing power, business acumen, managerial skills, etc. instead of capital, that also has to be mentioned there in the agreement. Agreement means partnership deed. Next is withdrawal from the firm. The withdrawal limit has to be prescribed in the partnership deed as to how much a partner can withdraw from the firm. That has to be fixed. Next is sharing of profit or loss. The ratio in which profit or loss has to be shared must be mentioned in the partnership deed. If the profit sharing ratio is not specified in the deed, all the partners must share profits equally and losses also equally. Next content is interest on capital. As the partners investing capital in the partnership firm, so in turn they will receive interest on the capital. So that also must be mentioned of to how much percentage they will receive the interest. Suppose if the partnership deed is silent without mentioning the interest on capital, the rules which has been prescribed in the Partnership Act will be considered. Next, it should contain rate of interest on drawings. In banks, when we withdraw amount, the banks will prescribe interest for us. Same way, when each and every partner is withdrawing certain amount from the business in order for their personal use, interest will be charged. So next should contain loan from partners. Whether loans can be accepted from the partners, or if so, the rate of interest payable thereon will be fixed in the partnership deed. Next, it should contain account keeping. How they are going to maintain the accounts, that also to be mentioned in the deed. Next comes salary and commission to partners. So salary, how much they are going to prescribe, as well as commission for the services done by the partners, that also has to be mentioned. Unless this is specifically provided, no partner is entitled to any salary. It means if it is not mentioned in the partnership deed regarding salary, then salary will not be provided to the partners. Next contains retirement. Retirement matters must be mentioned in the partnership deed. Normally, in government institution also, if a person is working in the government institution, after his retirement, he will be getting certain amount. Same way, in partnership firm also, the retiring partner or deceased partner will be given certain amount. That arrangement will be made in the business. That also has to be stated in the partnership deed. Next, goodwill valuation must be mentioned in the agreement. Method of valuing goodwill on the admission of a partner, death of a partner, or retirement of a partner should be mentioned in the deed. Next comes distribution of responsibility. What works is assigned to each and every partner, that also will be stated in the deed itself. Next is dissolution procedure, the procedure for the closure of the business firm. So that also has to be mentioned in the deed, and also the mode of settlement of accounts thereafter will be mentioned in the partnership deed. And the last content is arbitration of dispute. If suppose disputes occurs in between the partners because of difference of opinion, how the disputes will be solved, what arbitration will be used. Arbitration in sense a person arbitrator will be involved in order to solve the disputes between the partners, that also will be mentioned in the partnership deed. So this can avoid the costly litigations. Next we'll move on with rights and duties of partners. The mutual rights and obligations. Obligations means the duties or the works which has to be carried on by each and every partner will be mentioned in the partnership deed. Suppose if this is not mentioned in the partnership deed, that is related to rights and duties, if so, the partnership act will be taken into consideration. First let us move on with rights of the partners. So the first right is right to take part in business. So each and every partner has a right to take part in the management of the business. Right to be consulted before taking important decisions or before considering any important matters, all the partners has to be consulted in such case. So decision must be unanimous. Next is right of access to books, records and document. Every partner has a right to go through the books, the records of accounts and to examine, and even they have the right to copy them. Next right is to share the profit. Each and every partner is entitled to share the profits which is already prescribed in the deed, partnership deed, in the ratio, or if this is not prescribed in the deed, each and every partner will share equally. Next right is right to receive interest. Right to receive interest is a right given to each and every partner who is providing loans to the firm. If suppose rate is not being mentioned, it is prescribed at 6% per annum according to the Partnership Act. Next right is right to be indemnified. Indemnified means to be responsible. Each and every partner has a right to be responsible for the firm and for all the acts of other partners in the ordinary course of the business. He has a further right to receive back any amount spent by him on behalf of the firm. It states that each and every partner in the partnership firm must act with utmost care while carrying on the business. Next right is right to use partnership property for the business. So here the business property must be used only for the business and not for any other purpose. Next right is right to retire. Right to retire means moving out from the partnership form of organization. Every partner has a right to retire only as per the terms of the partnership deed or with the consent of other partners. In case of partnership at will, he can retire at any time by giving prior notice to the other partners. Next right is right to continue in the firm. Every partner has a right to continue in the firm. He cannot be expelled except in accordance with the partnership deed. That means all the partners have the right to do the business in the partnership firm. They cannot be compelled to move out unless and until if it is prescribed in the partnership deed. Next is duties of partners. As students, if I ask you all what is your duty means, you will tell my duty is to learn and try to get good marks. Same way here, as a partners in the partnership firm of organization, what duties are being prescribed to each and every partner? The first duty is duty to carry on business. The duty to carry on business is compulsory for all the partners in the partnership firm. to the maximum advantage, they have to carry on their duty for the benefits of all the partners. Next duty is duty to be true. Every partner must be true, just, and faithful to one another. There must be utmost good faith and fair dealings between each and every partner. Next duty is duty to render true accounts. Each and every partner is bound to keep and render true and full accounts of the partnership. If suppose in the absence of the partners, he must produce relevant vouchers for the expenses incurred by him and hand over to the firm all amounts which have come into his hands as a partner. It means whatever the particular partner has earned in that particular day must be returned to the partnership firm, the partnership business. He should not keep anything for his own. Next duty is to duty to indemnity the firm. Indemnity means to bear the loss. Here, if any loss is occurred by his fraudulent manner or willful negligence in the conduct of the business, that particular partner has to indemnify for the loss sustained in the business. Next duty is to duty to share the loss. Duty to share the loss in an agreed ratio, or in the absence of such ratio, it has to be borne equally in case of loss occurred in the business. Next duty is the duty to claim remuneration. Remuneration in sense salary. Only the partner who is indulged in the managing activities is entitled for the remuneration, that is salary or commission. If unless and until this is not mentioned in the agreement, it will not be given to the partner. Next duty not to use firm's property for personal use. So here each and every partner should use the properties of the firm only for the firm's purpose and not for their own purpose. Next duty is duty not to carry on competing business. That is, he should not do any other side business in order to earn secret profit. If he is doing so, the profits earned in such a way must be handed over to the business itself. Next duty is the duty to act within the scope of his authority. What authority is prescribed for each and every partner, they have to abide by those authority and not go beyond those authority. Next duty is duty to consult other partners before assigning or transferring his interest in partnership. It means without the consent of other partners, a particular partner cannot transfer his work or assign his work to another person. Next, we'll move on with liabilities. Liabilities means பொறுப்புகள். So, first liability of a partner is joint and several liability. Joint and several liability in sense, joint means combined together, several means separately. So, every partner is jointly and severally liable for all acts of the firm. It means that in case the assets are inadequate for meeting the claims of creditors, even their personal properties can also be used for such liability. The creditors can even recover their claims from all the partners in case if business assets are not sufficient to repay the debts of the creditors. Next liability is liable for any loss to third party. A firm is liable for any loss caused to a third party because of a wrongful act done in the ordinary course of business. It means that every partner is liable for the wrongful acts which is carried on in the business. Next liability is liability to third party to make good the loss. Make good the loss means to bear the loss. Third party in sense the outsiders of the partnership business. Where a partner receives money or property from a third party on behalf of the firm and misappropriates it, then the firm is liable to make good the loss. Friends, with this we come to the end of this session. So today what all we saw is partnership deed and its contents, then rights of partners, duties of partners, and then liabilities of partners. I think so you all have understood well. Thank you students. We shall meet tomorrow.